Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone, my name is Anissa Yulia. I will present our research about economic efficiency and scale of rice productions in Bogor district. I wrote this research with my partner, Mr. Yunus Arifin and Mrs. Sari Anggarawati, and we are from Nusa Bangsa University Bogor. And this is what my research has been looking at. So let's get started. Population development accompanied by human efforts to improve their welfare often result in worsening of the carrying capacity of the regions, which is often exacerbated by the existence of increasingly sharp land use conflict. Land resources are becoming increasingly important along with the increasing populations at a high rate and as a result of the development of economic activities. These situations brings the consequences that the demand for land for various purposes is increasingly diverse, such as for the expansion of agricultural land, production forest plantations, settlement or housing, mining as well as for location for trade or business, and industrial activities as well as infrastructures development needs like roads, irrigations, and land use or other public infrastructures. Along with increasing population growth, the demand for foods, especially rice staple foods, also increase. One of the efforts that can be done to meet this demand is by farming rice commodities. West Java province is one of the national food buffers province, which is one of the centers of rice productions. Therefore, rice farming activities in West Java province are dominated by rice farming, with lowland rice productions. Apart from rice, paddy fields can be planted with various other potential crops. One of the commodities that are suitable for planting in paddy fields other than rice is horticulture. Setting cropping patterns in the use of paddy fields is one of the important steps that determines farmers' income. Efforts made by farmers in farming are expected to obtain optimal income. In addition, the arrangement of cropping patterns will be determine the use and distribution of farmer labor. Based on this phenomena, the author wants to examine the problem of economic efficiency of rice field farming in Bogor Regency. And let's move on. The purpose of this research is first is to analyze the effect of production factors like land area, labor, seeds, fertilizers, and pesticides on lowland rice production in Bogor Regency. Then, secondly, to analyze the scale of lowland rice farming in Bogor Regency. And the third is to analyze the allocation of the use of production factors in fulfilling the requirement of economic efficiency. The basic method in this research is using descriptive method in which the researchers collects data, compiles, explain, and then analyzes. The determinations of sample was carried out by layer random or multi-stage with the considerations that the character of lowland rice farming in Bogor Regency had a homogeneous character. The first stage of determining the sample subdistricts is purposely based on the subdistricts or lowland rice production centers in Bogor Regency, which have the largest harvested land area. The second stage, with the selections of 4 sub-districts, the number of samples was determined using quota sampling method. The size of the sample is set at 4,000 people. The relationship between production factors in the form of land area, labor, seeds, fertilizers, and pesticides used in rice farming can be known by performing multiple linear regressions. The conditions of the scale of business can be seen from the magnitude of the regression coefficients. The magnitude of the regression coefficients obtained from the Cobb-Douglas production functions also shows the elasticity of its productions, which is greater than 1, smaller than 1, equal to 1, or greater than 1. The result of this research is, first, the comparison value between the value of the marginal products and the price of each production factor is 0.833 for the land area production factors, 0.277 for the labor production factors, 20.980 for urea fertilizers, and 4.36 for KCl fertilizers. Then, secondly, based on the summary of the regression coefficients of the production factors is 0.841. This indicates that rice farming in Bogor Regency follows the decreasing return to scale rule, which means that the proportions of additional factors of production exceed the proportions of additional productions. And the third, the value of NPM-XI per PXI for the production factor of land area and the labor production factors is less than 1, which means that economically the allocation of the use of the production factor of land area and for the labor production factors at the level of 2.1 hectare is not efficient. The value of NPM-XI per PXI of urea and KCl fertilizer production factors and is more than 1, which means that it's quite efficient. The conclusion from this research are, first, the regression coefficients of the production factor is 0.841 is less than 1. This indicates that rice farming in Bogor Regency follows the decreasing return to scale rule, which means that the proportions of additional production factors exceed the proportions of additional production output. And secondly, the result of the analysis of the economic efficiency of farming that the comparison value between the value of the marginal products and the price of each production factor is 0.833 for the land area production factors, 0.277 for the labor production factors, 20.980 for urea fertilizers, and 4.36 for KCl fertilizers, which has a value of more than 1 is efficient. That's all my presentations. Thank you so much for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.